Now we have a subtraction problem. And the thing with the subtraction is we have to make sure that we subtract all of that second numerator. So think of like parentheses around that polynomial there. Now I didn't mention, look at the denominators, see if they're the same. So in the denominator here, is that the same as the denominator here? And it is, so that's good. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and subtract those numerators. So I have 4x squared minus 11x plus 8. And then I have to subtract everything. I'm going to write it out this time. Sometimes I would just distribute, but I'll go ahead and write this one out so you can see it. So you have the first numerator minus the second numerator. Now if you're asking why didn't I put the first numerator in parentheses, you could. The denominator is going to stay the same because it's our common denominator. So you may remember that phrase. Okay, now up in the numerator, I'm going to have to distribute that subtraction sign. So it's minus 3x squared minus x plus 3. So think of taking a -1 times each term inside the parentheses. All over x squared minus 3x plus 2. Now, when I get used to these, I might just go from that first step down to that step. But it takes a little while to get used to them. Okay, it's a lot of writing. Okay, now in the numerator, I'm going to combine like terms. So I have 4x squared, the 4x squared, and the minus 3x squared. That's just going to be x squared. I have a negative 11x and a negative x. That's going to be negative 12x. And then finally, I have an 8 and a 3, which is plus 11, all over x squared minus 3x plus 2. Okay, so I have a polynomial in the numerator. I have a polynomial in the denominator. It's a rational expression, but I need to try to simplify it if I can. So can I factor the numerator? And the answer is yes. I'm going to let you do the factoring on your own, but come back when you get it factored. That's how it's going to factor in the numerator. Now I have to try to factor the denominator as well. It's also a trinomial, and it's going to factor into Okay, so that's how the numerator factors, and that's how the denominator factors. So practice your factoring when we get to these in the videos. Pause the video, and then practice your factoring and see if you're getting them. Because if I do all the factoring, then it won't help you as much. So practice doing that, and then I can go on with the concepts that we have. Okay. So the good news, can we simplify? Yeah, because they have a factor that's the same, x minus 1. So what's the final answer? X minus 11 over x minus 2. Can I cancel any more? That's a trick question. No, you can't, because the factor in the numerator is not the same as the one in the denominator. Okay, there you go.